So if you guys want to see how I achieved this, please stick around and you'll see me put this look together from a daytime to this. Please subscribe, click that notification bell if you haven't already. If you stumbled across this and enjoyed it, then please subscribe and stay with me as I do more. So if you want to know how I achieve this, keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Blake here, and I have been wanting to do a tutorial for I don't know how long, and we're gonna do it. Why not do it today of all days where there's a launch? So if you don't know much about me, I do work for Morphe here in sunny San Diego. I started off as seasonal, and they kept me on, and I'm having a fun ride so far, and I can't wait to see like where my artistry goes from here. So I was gifted the new Jaclyn palette. It has released today, so if you don't know, this is the remix, this is the part 2, this is well awaited from the original. If you have the OG, you know what I'm talking about. This palette has been a staple for me. I use a lot of these colors. It's just such a good like everyday palette with the pops of color too that you can throw in for some fun. I've definitely loved this jade moment. I've been using a lot of the burgundies in here. So I mean, this was a must-have when it came out. And it still is. A lot of people are wanting these. A lot of makeup artists use these in their kits because it's got a lot of versatility. And I think the same goes for the new one. If you've already seen the pictures, you've already seen her swatch them on her channel, then you know what's in here. So this is the unicarton. I'm just going to take her out. Ta-da! So sleek, so clean, very Jaclyn. Her style is very that. And if we open it up here, you see these beautiful shades. I love this whole color story. It just speaks to me. Like, I love vibrant pops of color. But there's also some neutralities in there that you can use for your everyday, you know, look, or if you need some good transition colors, they're in there, definitely. I'm excited about this yellow because yellow is a hard color to like produce, and a lot of palettes have a hard time with patchiness when it comes to yellows. So I'm excited to see how this performs. We're gonna definitely use her. Excited about these neon pinks and oranges. Like, girl, if you've seen the promos, Jaclyn looks amazing. The colors looked stunning, so I am like ready to put these on my face. I've already moisturized. As you can see, she is supple. And now I'm just gonna take a Morphe equalizer. This is a foundation primer that's gonna blur and soften everything, give me a nice even base to work with. Fill in those pores. I get very oily in the T-zone, and I have big pores here on the cheeks, so this is like essential for me. I have been liking it a lot, and if you have oily skin, then you know like it's hard to keep it under control. Everywhere else is normal for me. I do get dry hair, which I mean is what that is, but I like to use this one, and then the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I like to use this just as an extra layer in those dry areas. Okay, I think we're primed. Well, it's a little thick. So I think one of the most important things with a palette that we tend to look for, at least I do, is something that I can get multiple uses out of, and I can transition, you know, if I need to go from a daytime and nighttime look. And I feel like this palette definitely can do that. There's definitely a lot of neutrals that I can do, like something soft, quick, run out the door. Because at Morphe we are supposed to wear makeup. It's part of the jab. You gotta look good. Because you said there's some new formulas in here. I think the pressed glitters, so that would be fun to play with too. Let's just do this. So I always do my brows with a Morphe micro pencil. This one is in Java, and I just go right in. So I want to do these more. You guys let me know if you want to see me do more tutorials, or like I could even do drag ones too. But I've been really wanting to do these, so I've been asked a few times. So why not? I know I shouldn't lick mine, but I do. But I like the micro pencil because it does a good job filling in the brow. And I like that it can give me a fuller brow, but it still has some natural feel to it. Because I like a pomade, but it can look a little too stark, I feel, sometimes. Like, this isn't stark, but yeah, I guess it just depends on like the mood of the makeup or the vibe I'm trying to go for. Definitely work great with drag, like creating like thick, crisp brow. But that's when I cover these up. I like to use my natural shape, blend it. I mean, that's full, but that's what I like. Sound off below on like your favorite brow products. Like, do you like pomades more? Do you like micro pencils more? Do you like using, I know some people like to use lip liners, which I do too when it comes to like colored brows. Like a good, like, if you want to do like a starky, like red brow, use a lip liner. It's creamy. We gotta make this one try to match the other one. I guess they gonna be cousins, not sisters today. So now I'm going to take a little bit of concealer, and this is the Makeup Revolution concealer. Conceal and define full coverage, conceal and contour. I use the shade C6, and because I have oily lids, I have to like double up on primer. So if y'all can relate, let me know. I am out of Peel-A-Bees. I like to use that one the best, but I'm out, so I have to improvise. So I'm just going in here to create, ooh, my eyes are, if you can see that, they're like so dry right now. Well, as I sit there and tell you that I have oily lids, today they wanted to be dry. Maybe I actually will get good use out of this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyelid primer. Now this primer isn't the best for my skin type on my lids usually. So, but I just take like a little bit on the hand, and I'm gonna take my Morphe sponge and just go right in. I like to cover the entire, and I mean entire lid space, the brow bone, everywhere where there's a place for eyeshadow to potentially go, I'm covering it. And I'm gonna clean it up with like a brush, but I'm just trying to get like my base all over first, and then just sharpen it under the brow, things like that. But let me know in the comments also, like, what's your favorite eyelid primer? Like, what do you guys typically like to use to do your eyes? I think sharing tips and stuff is fun, and you can always learn something new with makeup. So please let me know. There might be something I did not use or tried that I might absolutely love. I love for my colors to pop. I love for them to stay as long as I have eyeshadow on until I'm ready to take it off. Same thing with like drag. If you don't know, I do drag. You can also go and follow me on my Shania channel, where I will be posting more performances, maybe even some drag makeup tutorials. But I want to keep this one more lighthearted and fun. This channel more about artistry and playing with colors and makeup. So yeah, next I'm going to, while that gets a little settled, I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I've actually been really enjoying this. I just put some on the back of my hands. And this is in the shade 103, Natural Buff. Using my Jeffree Star JS1, and we're just gonna go right in. I've been trying to really find like a good everyday foundation that isn't gonna break my bank, you know, if I need to re-up on it. Now, some people like to go with a lighter concealer and sharpen around the brow. I, on the other hand, don't always like to do that. It looks a little too crazy for me, my taste. So I take more, that's more like my skin tone. This one is the same Makeup Revolution concealer. This one is in C8. I mean, it's still like a little like lighter, but it's not stark. It's not intense and white or anything. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like crazy looking, but I still want it to be clean. I'm just going back in with that. In some areas that might need a little bit more coverage, where I'm like a little bit more red. I don't know if you can see, the base is getting a little weird on my lid, and it's been doing this. I'm not sure what to exactly do about it, except just roll with it. I mean, the shadows don't like necessarily do bad on here. When it gets like this, it's just not what I prefer. Sorry. Now I'm gonna go in with the lighter concealer again. This time it's gonna be under the eye. I'm almost out, so you know the struggle is real. Go in there, really just brighten up the under eye. What's your favorite concealer? Because I've been toggling I thought about the Jeffree Star one. It's like color C6 or something on there, and it was really nice. Yeah, let me know. I'm down to try more. I heard the Jouer one's really good. I go back in with my Morphe highlight contour sponge and just get that blended out. You don't want it to sit too long because it has the potential to crease. Not that it always does, but it can. Also, I have a problem with that creasing on my forehead. Anybody know a product I could try to help with that? Please let me know, because I've almost tried everything, it feels like. And it doesn't want to ever work with me, so I like to laugh, you know, I'm expressive, so like, expressive lines happen. I'm gonna keep the coverage a little light, so I'm just gonna use the Beauty Bakery setting powder. This one is in the shade Oat Translucent. And I'm going to set it. I'm going to use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection, JH14. We're going to use this one. I think it's called Best Light. And we're just going to get right in there. Yes. With that powder. Then I'm just gonna take the sponge again, gather a bit more, because we're gonna use this to bake and catch fallout. We're gonna take the flat edge. That's gonna catch all the shadows that fall, because we're gonna get colorful here. And then we're gonna jump right in. First, I'm gonna take the OG Jaclyn Hill palette, and then I'm gonna use these shades here and a little bit of this one here to contour. I'm just gonna take a little small brush, get in here. I'm gonna take, this is a makeup designery brush. I got this when I was like in beauty school years ago, and it's been holding on really well. A couple of frays, but this is the number 330. Just an eye packing brush, and it's been one of my favorites. And I'm just gonna go into the new palette and Certified. We're just gonna pack that on, and we're just gonna put that underneath. Sorry, my hat. My hair's going through stuff, so we're just keeping her out of being on film. No. There's kids playing. I live in an apartment complex. It's so great. When I have to try and film something, this is of course what happens. Now, I also couldn't film all day. Mind you, this is my off time, and I wanted to film earlier today, but we had maintenance happening, the water was off, loud machines and stuff going on, and they were very like loud and obnoxious themselves, so here we are, and now this is afternoon where kids are playing, so bear with me, please. You know, we're going to put more certified. So we're going for something soft, something not exactly natural, because no one's lives with this really, unless you're Donald Trump. Not a friend of this channel. So you want to get a nice base going. This is another makeup designer brush. This is number 800. It is a tapered crease brush. And we're going to take a little bit of Love Handles. Take a Love Handles and Confident, or Comfort Zone and Love Handles. We're going to use these two. And we're just going to put that tuck it right in the crease. And as you can see, there is, I just packed on the brush. There's already lots of fallout. So we're just gonna be a little gentle with that one. Tap off the excess. Whew. And because there is no marriage, the message of to all my loving subscribers who have supported me all these years, this one's for you. Volume 2. EXO Jaclyn Hill. That's the message there. But we're just gonna cover her with my J-Star mirror because I need to be able to look up close. So we're just gonna go back into Love Handles, a little bit of Comfort Zone, and just dive right in, girl. So as you can see, I'm tucking it right there in my natural crease, giving it some depth already. And we're just gonna keep trying to blend. So she's nice and soft around the edges. And I'm gonna do this on the other eye and be right back. Okay, as you can see, she's nice and neutral. Now we're gonna go in, this one is from the Morphe I Needed collection over the holidays of 2019. It's just a little 4-piece eyeshadow kit. This one is actually really good. So like, you know how some holiday packaging stuff can be a little gimmicky or like cheaper than the actual brushes that they sell? Morphe ain't like that, honey. So we're gonna go in to Perfectionist right here. She's like a light taupey color, and we're just going to blend that out, honey. Make it nice and soft. Nice and soft. And I am holding it towards the end of the brush, more or less pressure. If you don't want it to be like bold, then don't hold it right here. It's all in the placement sometimes. I'm just going to take the Perfectionist color back and forth. And I'm going to take some actually of that and Grateful, which is the color next to the neon pink. I'm gonna take Grateful, and I'm just gonna go like right in here, just to kind of like contour a little bit, just delicately. See what I mean? It just pumps it up a little bit. I'm gonna take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH46. This is also part of the new launch. So I'm gonna take, it's more of like a smudging brush, you can see. And I'm going to go in, let's see. We're gonna take G Money, which is like this caramelish brown color. And we're gonna just coat that nice. Not as much fallout as Love Handles, but there's some. You just tap off that excess, and we're gonna go straight underneath. You know, right in there, and connect it. Oop, I went a little bit in homebody. I didn't even mean to do that. And now we're gonna hold it. So it puts the whole look together. But we can take some homebody and connect the top with the bottom. Now, I just got my first shed, but that's to be expected with new brushes. Sometimes that happens. So we're gonna take homebody to connect the top and bottom. So it gives it that depth to like round out the eye. Do the other eye and I'll be back. Quiet, kids. I love how this was supposed to be like a daytime look, and I'm actually kind of digging the vampy vibe it's going in. So I decided to take a little bit of homebody, and I'm gonna just kind of like warm it. Now, I'm gonna take homebody again and just put this here and deepen that outer crease, or that outer corner. Okay, this is how it goes sometimes. You just gotta roll with where your mind's going. Okay, and then this one is a little bit stained, but it is the JS6. It is a blending brush. It's natural bristles. So what I'm gonna do is take up a bit more of confidence and just kind of like soften the edges here. So this is where we're at now. Now I'm gonna take some more of that certified, like I was gonna do. Tap off the excess. We're just gonna soften the edges on the brow bone and the crease. So she's looking nice and rich and soft. And then just smoke this out a little bit because there's not the gradient that I want just yet. So I'm just gonna keep smoking it. That's how we do, keep smoking it. And you're gonna smoke it out, blow it out. And then voila. Now I finished my contour a little bit, so I think I'm gonna go back into, I like to use the James Charles and Morphe collab. I like to use the color in the middle row. I like to use this color to go straight down the nose. It's very warm, it's not too brown. It's almost kind of orange. So I'm gonna use that on the nose. And this is if you really want it snatched. You can actually contour, you know, your natural features as well because they're beautiful in their own way. So if you like to use your natural bone features, then you can definitely do that. I just like to add a little bit of whimsy and change it up for my actual face. See, it's a little subtle contour. Just gonna smoke out the bottom here. This is just an Estee Lauder like blending brush, and I'm gonna go into my Jaclyn Volume 2 and use some of Perfectionist just to smoke the bottom out. Just go on the outer edges of your under eye and just soften under there. And it's gonna smoke it out. We are going to move on and do a little bit of highlights. This is a Sedona lace brush. This is EB11. And it's just an angled tapered concealer type brush. It's flat. And I'm gonna go in with I'm In It, which is this iridescent color here. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, gonna pack it on. And I'm just gonna take a little bit under here. Just to bring out that brow a little bit. Not the whole thing. Even though this is pretty like dark and vampy looking almost, it is for daytime, so we're not trying to like gloss on them unless you want to. I also want to do like a little bit of a glittery moment here on the top. So what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna take the Morphe M431 natural bristle tapered. It's gonna pick up the color nicely and place it right where you want it. So I'm gonna go in right here to Rider Diamonds and just put that right in here. So it's pretty on its own, but I think I'm gonna spray it. So I'm gonna take my Morphe spray. This is from the holiday 2019, the packaging. Still the same thing. We're just gonna take it, spray a little on the brush, and then go right in again. Oh yeah, that was more like it. Give it a spray again, and just do that like starting from the jump on this one. I love it. Alright, I'm noticing a little bit of patchiness on the outer corner, and what I'm going to do is just take this buffing brush again, and I'm just going to kind of like reinforce the shadow there, since we've gotten pretty far along in the shadow placement. Just go back and reinforce the depth if you want. I mean, if you want it to be more subtle, that's fine. It's all in personal preference at this point. And then you just go back in, do the same thing as before. There. Take my my JH14 again, and get right in there and dust her off. And if you feel like this is getting too bright, you can easily go in with your bronzer. This is a Morphe 530. It is a round contouring brush. And I'm just going to use the colors already on there and blend. So, now, if you want to do blush, you totally can. I am here to tell you, there are no rules to makeup. But this is what I'm gonna do, because I want to bring a little bit something to the cheek here. I'm just gonna take this MAC brush. It's just a blushing brush. I've had it since I started makeup in like 2010. Just a ride or die. And I'm just gonna take this peach blush and do that, you know. You can even do the tip of your nose for some like anime feel. Give my face some life. I think we're pretty much done with the eyes right now, so now I'm gonna take the Jaclyn Accent Light palette. This is in the Flash, and wow, I mean, blinding. I love this palette so much. Take the Morphe and Bretman Rock fan brush. This one comes with the kit, with the palette. But I'm going to go in, I think, with Iced, which is this color here. And I'm gonna go in with some Mesmerized right underneath it. Tap off the excess. And I'm just gonna go right here, just to give me some healthy, like, glow. And I like to take a little bit and just put, like, right there. Then I would take my Rello Lash by Benefit and just go like ever so slightly. And this is just to give like your shadows more of a moment. So this is what I would consider like a daytime. I mean, she's a little bit soft, very warm. Now, the fun part. So, we've gone about our day, we've done our thing, and we're ready to amp it up to go out. So, here's a fun, easy way to do this. So, you just get you a blending brush. This is a natural bristle, so it's going to pick up a lot of color. This is the Morphe X Jeffree Star JS5. And bitch, we're going to go straight in to Heart On, which is this very warm red here. So we're just making her extra, adding some red. We're gonna blow that shadow out. Like so. And then we're going to take the Morphe X Jeffree Star JS6, and we're going to go in with Living My Best, which is a true red right here. She does have some fallout. That's okay. So we're going to go right in here, pack her on here. Really just like winging it, no pun intended. Keep packing on Living My Best and deepening the eye. Packing on the color. We're just packing on color, guys. Pack the color on. I'm actually gonna take Crazy, which is like this brooding reddish purple, and it's like almost maroon, and we're gonna just right under the lash line, just so she's very vampy and deep. And then we're gonna do the same inner corner. We're gonna do that. Take Crazy and put her in here. And then I'm gonna take this, this is an old Wet n Wild brush. There's nothing on it, and I'm just going to soften those edges, because there's no pigment on here. And it's just, we're gonna really help soften everything. Like so. Alright bitch, so let's say you want some glitter. Well, let's go into my man first. And I want to really just, actually we're gonna go to Tipsy Girl, which is this bright pink right here, the Barbie pink. And I'm going to take another makeup designery brush. This one is in 320. It's another packing brush. It's smaller, so it's going to pack on the lid amazingly. You see that, right? Pink. And it really just took it to like another stratosphere. Once the pink is on, go back around it with the JS6 or any kind of natural bristle just to ensure your red's back on there. And then I'm just going to soften. I'm going to take a little bit of this ColourPop glitter gel. This is the Frozen 2 waterfall color. And it's just fucking gorgeous. Like, and I'm gonna take me a little disgusting little brush that I have to put it, no, let's see. So I'm gonna take this little square guy here, and this is a 400 makeup designer brush. And we're just gonna get some of this, because why not, right? And we're gonna put it right in here. So we got that in there. I'm gonna do the other side. And I'm going like extreme, so I know you don't have to do this. You could just do some shimmer, but I think this is fun and whimsical. So we've got the ColourPop glitter gel in there. I would like to zhuzh it up a little bit more and put a little bit of I'm in it with like a shadow packing brush. This is a Sephora collection one. And I'm just going to really get in there on the brow bone, like really go there with it. Take that same Wet n Wild brush and blur it together. This is the Morphe liquid lip in the color Morphe. Uh, Then you could put a gloss on. You could just stay matte like this, like I prefer to do. You could also add more highlights. So why not add more highlight? The Flash palette again from Jaclyn Cosmetics. And I'm going to go in with some Gleam and Ice. This is the Jeffree Star and Morphe, the JS4. And we're just going to go right in there. You know, why not Gleam for the gods? While you're out in the club, if you're on a date, music festival, concert, whatever it is that you ended up doing later that evening from your daytime look, and you had to go in the go and you just had to have something. I think this is cute. And you know, why not? And I always like to add a little bit right here in the bridge. And then blend it out. See, it gives you that dimension. But yeah, finishing touches. You spray. And go about your day. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. This was a lot of fun for me to do. Please go check out my Shania page too, show her some love. And also follow me on social medias, BlakeUp Artistry on Instagram, Shania Satisfaction for my drag page. BlakeUp Artistry is also on Facebook, and you can find me on there with Blake Elder. I hope to do these more. These are a lot of fun. I'm just playing around at home. Congratulations to Jaclyn Hill on a beautiful palette. I can't wait to do more looks with these. If you guys want to see me do more looks with this palette as well, please let me know down there at the bottom. If you want to see a drag tutorial, please let me know. I'm down to do one of those. Or if you just want to see me try new products that are coming to our fingertips from the beauty world, I would love to do more. I had a lot of fun doing this and showing y'all how to transition the day look into a nighttime look with the new Jaclyn Hill Morphe collab volume 2. Congratulations to Morphe. Congratulations to Jaclyn Hill. I hope this palette does really well. I can't wait to go back to work and show people how fun the shadows actually work. So if you're in the San Diego area, you can come find me at Morphe in Fashion Valley. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please click that bell for notifications for my next video. And I'm excited to do more of these. This was a lot of fun. So yeah, tell your friends, share this on all platforms, and I hope to do more and see you on the next one. Bye guys.